Hello everyone, so today we are going to be making this really fun doggy pen pot holder that will hold all our pens. So all we need to make this is 5 toilet roll holders. So it might take you a little while to do it because you need to collect them, but don't worry about that. So 5 toilet roll holders, 2 pieces of paper, some glue and some felt tip pens to colour it in or some sticky tape. And that is it. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to stick our toilet roll holders together. So I am just going to use some glue, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down one side like that, and then I'm just going to stick the other one to it, and I'm going to pinch them together for a couple of seconds just to make sure that the glue is stuck. And I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to go down the opposite side with the next one like so, and then stick it on like that. So you want them relatively straight, and then the same again with the fourth one. So we're just gonna put some glue down the middle, big chunk of glue, and then we're gonna hold it together like that. Ooh. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put this to the side once we've once we have it glued them together, stuck them together, because the problem they keep falling apart because the glue's a little bit wet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit it there just now and let the glue dry, and we're going to do the rest of the dog first, next. Okay, so once we have stuck our 4 toilet rolls, or 4 body toilet rolls together, we're going to just put them to the side to let the glue dry, and if we just leave it for a couple of minutes it should be absolutely fine. I know they kept falling apart, but they'll be fine if we just leave them alone and let it dry. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw the tail, the face and the feet. So for the feet, what I've done is I have just taken my piece of paper and I have folded it in over, and I've drawn a little sock shape like that. So if you wanted to pause the video and trace it, you could do that with this. So I'll just hold it there for a wee second. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it, and then we're going to cut them both out on the double layer like that. So I'll do that in a wee second. For the ear, what I'm going to do is I am going to draw just a little ear shape. So just a straight line and then like a sort of teardrop shape. So that's my ear there. So again, if you want to pause the video and draw around it, you can. If not, you can just draw your own. And you're only going to cut out 1 ear, so you need 2 feet and 1 ear. And I'm also going to do a tail. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to do a kind of curvy triangle like that, and you need 1 tail, obviously not 3. So I'll let you pause that if you want, and you can colour around it. Perfect. Okay, so the last thing that we need to draw is we need to draw our dog's head. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 5th toilet roll and we're going to fold our second sheet of paper in half like this. And what we're going to do is, to make sure that the face is wide enough, we're going to hold our toilet roll to the bottom like that, and we're just going to mark a little line for the top, so that we know that that is the dog's head. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my toilet roll and I'm actually going to stick it inside the folded up piece of paper, and I'm going to pinch it so that it's really snug, and I'm going to draw a little line on that bit so it looks like that. So do we see what I've done? So I've just pinched it really tightly and drawn the line there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the toilet roll out just now. I'm going to use from the lines and draw our dog's face. It's going to come like that. So it's going to come down like that. So it's a curvy line down, and that's the little nose there, and then that's the bottom of the mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. So how I'm going to cut this out is, if you just let me grab my scissors, is we're going to join our two dots here together, like so, and we're going to cut round both layers of paper, and we're just going to cut all the way around like so. I'll just neaten it up at the bottom like that. So that is our dog's head there. So I'm going to cut out the tail, the 2 feet and the ear, and then I am going to show you what to do next. So I'm going to cut those out and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so once we have cut out all our shapes, we're going to colour them in. Now, I'm going to leave my toilet rolls here, just the brown, and I'm going to colour these in brown as well, so it's like a brown dog. But if you want to colour in your toilet rolls a different colour, you could do maybe a black dog and it could look a little bit like a poodle, or whatever colour you want, or maybe even a rainbow dog. It's totally up to you. You can do that. But I'm going to just colour mine in brown. So I'm going to colour in the tail and both the feet, but I'm going to do that in a second because I'm going to show you what to do with the face first, and I'll colour the rest of it and I'll show you how to stick it all together. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our 5th toilet roll and our dog face, and we're just going to put some glue all over our toilet roll, basically all the way around. Doesn't need to be super neat, but just so that there is enough to cover it, like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the middle of our piece of paper and we're going to line it up and we're going to stick it on like that. And then what we're going to do is, this is a little bit tricky, I'm going to make sure that the bottom is in line with, it's okay if the top overlaps a little bit, but we want to make sure that the bottom is completely in line that way. And we're going to fold our 2 corners like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on these 2 bits in here so that they stick together. So stick some glue on like that. And we're going to try and line them up as closely as possible, like that. So that is it there. So that is, you can sort of see it starting to look a little bit like a dog, and when we put our ear on and draw all the features in, it will look really good. So I'm going to colour all of mine in just now, and then I will show you what to do next and how to put it all together. Okay, so once we have coloured in our face and our feet and our tail and our ear, it is time to stick them all together. So I'm going to stick the face on to the body last because it will then need to sit for a little bit the same way that the 4 of them had to sit so that the toilet roll doesn't fall off. I'm going to do that last. The other thing now that you can do is, if you take a piece of paper, actually some of the scrap paper from earlier will work fine, and you want to stick it to the bottom of your toilet roll like so. Obviously you would only use 1 layer rather than it folded up. What you would do is you would cut it like so, you would place your toilet rolls on top and you could draw around them like so, cut it out and then stick it to the bottom. So I'm going to cut mine out very quickly and then I will stick the whole thing together. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are first of all going to glue our base. Now, I'm going to suggest that you just put glue along the whole of the whole of this piece of paper to stick, make sure that these get stuck on. Obviously, if you do that, don't put any pens in until you know the glue's dry, because otherwise your pens will get all sticky and gluey. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Obviously as well, this one isn't going to have a base, so you can still put stuff in it, but just if you lift it up, it might fall out a little bit. I would also suggest so that you don't lift it too much with this, because obviously this is just a little piece of paper. So if you've got lots of different pens and stuff inside it, they might all fall out and it might break the pot, so just be careful of that if you're doing it. But otherwise, perfectly fine. So just put a little bit of glue, and then I'm just going to line them up and stick them down like so that it's just got a little bit of a base, and it also will just help it stick together a little bit better. So like that. So that's got a little bit drawn. If you wanted to colour it in before you stuck it on, that would also be totally fine. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to stick our feet on. So all I'm going to do that is just take my glue, put a little bit of glue on them, and I'm going to stick one to the last toilet roll like that, and I'm going to stick the other one to, where did it go? That way, on to that one, the second last one, like so. Now if this happens because I've just ripped half my foot in half, that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to stick the first bit on where you would stick it like so, and then you're going to just take the other bit and you're just going to stick it on as well. So you're just going to line them up and stick them on. If they rip, it's fine. Don't worry too much about it. Like so, and as you can see, they look perfectly fine like that. So I will just leave mine like that, and then I'm going to take my tail, which I've just realised I've coloured in the wrong way, so I'm very quickly going to go over the top of it, go over the other side of it with my pen just to colour it in. That'll only take me a couple of seconds. So obviously, because if your feet are coloured in the wrong way, you just colour them in the other side. It's nothing to worry about. Or you can have feet facing opposite ways. That's also totally fine. Like so. So that is my tail coloured in like that. And all I'm going to do is I am going to glue the end of it. And I'm going to stick it to the back where you can't really see it. I'm going to stick it kind of up high like so. So that is the tail. And then I'm going to stick the ear on. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue only on the top half of the ear, and I'm going to stick it onto this toilet roll like that. And then to stick this one on, I'm going to do exactly the same as I did to stick the other four on. So I'm just going to put some glue all the way along the side like so. And there's a lid there. Stick that on, just going to glue it together like that. So that is our finished pen pot. I mean, once it's all dry, you can put all your different pens into it and all your stuff like that. So I hope you have fun making this, and I will see you all soon.